Imagine getting paid every time someone presses play on Spotify, or even every time a song gets played in a movie, on the radio, or even on TikTok. That's not fantasy, that's music royalties. And believe it or not, regular investors, not just record labels, invest into music royalties and make passive income. Today I'm breaking down what music royalties are, how you can legally buy them, and what to watch out for before you jump in. Alright, let's go ahead and make you some money. But first, let's start off. What are music royalties? If we're starting with the basics, music royalties are payments made to the songwriters, artists, and even publishers whenever their songs are getting used. But believe it or not, they come in different forms that might surprise you. The first one are performance royalties. These are when songs are played on the radio, TV, or even live concert. The second are mechanical royalties. These come from physical sales or digital streaming platforms like Spotify or Apple Music. And then the last are sync royalties. Actually, this is new information for me, and this one kind of surprised me. And this is when music is licensed for movies, commercials, or even video games. In short, royalties are the lifeblood of the music industry. And when you buy into them, you're buying into a slice of all future earnings. Now we're digging into how income is generated. Here's where things get a little bit interesting. Every time someone streams a track on Spotify, buys a digital download, hears it on the radio, or even hears it being played in a movie, they get paid. For investors, that's truly passive income. You're not touring, you're not recording, you're not in a studio, you're not throwing live concerts. All you're doing is waiting on that check to hit your account every single quarter. Think of it like a rental property, but instead of collecting from tenants, you're collecting cash flow from streams and licenses. And honestly, this strategy reminds me of this video above and how I talk about generating passive income through parking lots. As many videos as I give y'all about different topics, your portfolio should be very diversified. And diversifying minimizes risk. So I know what you're thinking. Who can buy music royalties? You might just think that these are for industry insiders, right? Not really. Because today, individual investors, entrepreneurs, and even music fans can get in. And depending on the platform, you don't need to be an accredited investor. Basically, what an accredited investor is an individual that has a certain amount of money to buy into the asset that they're interested in. But in this case, it's music royalties, and most platforms don't require you to be an accredited investor. Because some listings start as low as a few $100. And depending on how much research and how passionate that songwriter is, it could make you a lot of money. But quite frankly, that's why this space has exploded. It's turning die-hard fans into savvy investors. And these savvy investors are turning to music landlords. Now let's dig into where to buy music royalties. The following are the platforms that make it possible. The first one is Royalty Exchange. These are one of the biggest marketplaces to buy and sell royalties. The second is SongVest. These let fans and investors buy fractional shares. See, I used to think that only existed within the stock market on certain platforms. This literally gives people like me and you an opportunity to buy a piece of a royalty. And lastly, there are private deals and secondary marketplaces where these could be sold to. Each one comes with different requirements. But the point is, you don't need to know a record label exec to get in. All you gotta do is have the money, the platform, and the knowledge to buy in. The thing is, one day Money Talks Media will have music royalties that you all could buy into. And then that way, when we blow up, you can cash out every single quarter. But in the meantime, if you're enjoying the videos, I encourage you to give it a like and also a subscribe. So then you can stay connected on whenever I release the Money Talks Media music royalty. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right back in. I know it just gave you a 3-liner on how to get started, but let's dig a little bit deeper. Steps to start investing. Step 1, create an account on one of those platforms we just mentioned. And if you don't remember, it's Royalty Exchange and SongVest. Step 2, browse the listing. This shows you the song's performance history, who's all on the platform, how much they've earned in the past, and how much you're projected to make. Step 3, place your bid and buy in. Once the deal closes, all the royalties are yours. From there, you just sit back, let the streams, sales, and licenses do the work. Now let's pivot to what to look for within a good investment. So in this case, you're already on the platform, you're browsing through the history, and now you're saying, well, which royalties should I buy into? But let's think about this. Not all of them are treated equal. Look for songs with steady royalty history. Don't look for those quick viral spikes or those one-hit wonders. Think about artist popularity. Do they have staying power? Are they consistent? I encourage you to watch some interviews on that artist and find out where their head is. Do they plan on staying in the game long term? And then pay attention to streaming trends. Is a song a part of a playlist or even in evergreen genres? And evergreen just means long term that you can continuously make money from. But if there's not a lot of songs within certain genres, then I wouldn't invest in it. Go to the most popular ones like Christian, pop, hip hop, R&B, Afrobeats, classical rock, alternative, etc. Because if you're looking for viral pops, as fast as they go up, they can go right back down. And then you'll just lose all the money you put in the first place. But longevity is where the money is. And that's not just within music royalties, that's in long-term wealth building. And while we were just going over topics that made you feel warm and fuzzy inside, we do need to talk about the risks and challenges. And of course, not all is smooth sailing. A song's popularity can fade, and then copyright disputes can freeze payments. That's one reason why you go on Apple Music or Spotify and you see a music that's grayed out, you can't listen to it. Those are due to copyright disputes. And then the market itself is not really liquid. Meaning if you want to sell your royalties for whatever reason, you'll have to find a buyer. And in that case, it takes a lot of time to do so. Unless you're harassing your grandma that doesn't even listen to the genre that you listen to or believes in the artist in the first place. But seriously though, this isn't a get rich quick play. It's a steady, cash flowing asset. And it works best when you want to keep your total portfolio diversified. Now let's pull us back to feel warm and fuzzy. This is how you monitor and get paid. Most platforms give you a dashboard to track performance. You'll see how well the song performed last quarter. You'll see what sources paid in or when your next distribution is coming. And before you get all happy, just wait until it actually hits your account. My uncle once told me, don't start counting your money until it's in your hand. Because payments sometimes come quarterly, sometimes they come monthly. It just depends on the contract. And yes, it's taxable income. You already know Uncle Sam's gonna get paid regardless. Diversification strategy. The smartest investors don't just buy one song. They spread it across multiple tracks, genres, and even artists. That way, if one song fades out, they still keep getting paid. Mix older catalogs that have a lot of staying power, and also mix that with newer songs that have a lot of streaming upside. That balance is how you create steady cash flow. Now we're wrapping this up with long-term potential and exit options. If there's nothing else you take from all my videos, think long term. Some investors hold royalties for consistent passive income. Others flip them later if the catalog rises in value. In fact, entire catalogs have sold for millions if artists decide to sell. Whether you decide to hold or resell, music royalties could be a part of your core passive income portfolio. Here's the big idea. You don't need to be a rock star to get paid like one. It's not flashy, it's just a way that you can earn money the more people press play. So the next time your favorite song pops up on Spotify or Apple Music, think, could I possibly get into this and make some money? Because the industry is very real and it's legal. But if this video has opened your eyes, I encourage you to press the like and subscribe button because those royalties will pay me later on. And also, I'll keep these videos coming so you can know the real power plays. Maybe the next royalty check will have your name directly signed on it. But take care, fam. I'll see you in the next one.